Hello again. Well, what can I say? It's coronavirus. It's spreading around and I'm bored as fuck. So I'm gonna make a short video. First, the animated show, which I think is the most underrated animated show ever, is finally back in streaming for free for now, called Exosquad. You can go watch it on that god awful Peacock, which, by the way, also has an app for Xbox One and PS4. Maybe even last gen too. I don't know and I don't care. All I know is that you can get in there, sign in, and just watch them. And what I find funny is that this was a cartoon that talks about racism, slavery, politics. It's a sci-fi show, by the way. Um, and it's not even afraid to kill off main characters. And they got this in the kids section. Um, if you're watching now, you're probably seeing that lovely little image of a kid showing a Japanese anime porn in his hand that he got from his parents. That actually fucking happened. Parents thought, oh, since this is a cartoon, I'll just hand this over to my child, not realizing that, they just gave their kid spank material. Brought to you by the good folks at Japan, because as any of you know, that anime has pretty much massively adult material. Hell, GTA Online has naked women in it now. That's a thing. Let's go back to Exosquad. But anyways, now thankfully Exosquad's not porn, but here's a show that has pretty much massively adult themes, and kills off their character, and will kill off any character for the 2 seasons that it was on, and they put it in the fucking kids section. There's still a legend going around that Blockbuster accidentally put a Japanese anime porn in one of their kids sections. It was hilarious in all their Blockbuster videos, and then had it removed when parents finally found out what it was. This happened in a lot of video stores. Hence why you saw the picture of a kid happy that, he got a porn from his parents. A Japanese anime, because the problem is our society has gone into this belief that cartoons are only for children and only for kids, and not realizing that there's a large wide audience, and the Japanese have or basically the Japanese anime department has been cleaning us out in this area, because nearly every form of our entertainment has signified this immense amount of stupidity. Now, thankfully, Exo Squad isn't filled with blood and guts and porn, but yeah, I mean, when you watch it on Peacock, you will immediately, and after they, a main character kills himself. I'm not joking. He kills himself. You're just gonna yeah, this was not meant for kids. This was meant for a more older audience. And I really do think that Exo Squad is a great show, and it was a great show back then. It was horribly animated, but it deserved so much more better than what it got. And I don't know how long it will be on Peacock before NBC Universal starts getting censorship crazy and decides to tear it down for no fucking reason. But I would suggest go watch it. I mean, it was Japanese anime inspired before Avatar. Batman the animated series only beat it by a few months. And Heavy Metal was really supposed to be more like a Ralph Bakshi movie. If you don't know who Ralph Bakshi is, he's guided me Cool World and a bunch of other adult animated movies here in the U.S. and would be scorned sometimes over most of his films. And he wasn't even following Japanese anime. I don't think he even knew about it or cared. And Heavy Metal, even though it's, I think, directed by Ivan Reitman, well, the whole animated film was, no, it wasn't Ivan Reitman. I think he produced it, but it was more of a love letter to Ralph Bakshi, who's still alive. But Axel Squad is a rarity, and the folks at NBC Universal, who own all the copyrights to it right now, um, they don't know what they have, and unfortunately, they don't even understand what fucking anime is. I mean, their entire kid selection is a fucking practical joke. I mean, they've got a fucking animated movie that they think is for kids. It's so that has more death in it and a whole fuck ton of symbolism, and talks about racism, slavery, and all this other adult oriented shit. And it's not afraid to kill off main characters by the second season and its final season. And they're just throwing it into the kids section and saying, "Yeah, it's got mechs in it. Kids will like this. It'll be forgotten about, won't it? Right? It's kids." Fucking NBC Universal are controlled by a bunch of fucking brain dead idiots. And I'm not. And Axel Squad was so much more than that. I mean, yeah, badly animated, music score wasn't that great, but it told really good stories. Shame that it died, and Universal had been trying for years to try to kill it, but for some reason they decided to just slap it as an extra for their Peacock, just so they can get a few but more audience. Fuck you, NBC Universal. Fuck you. The animation business here in the U.S. has gone to shit. Flourishing in Japan, but for obvious reasons. But here it's gone to complete shit. Mainly because of the studio audience. And also just generations of just brainwashing the people and allowing a little shit like this kid to get a Christmas present from his parents, not knowing that they just give their kid porn. The stupidity. The stupidity.